Greetings, people of the future. This is Becky, and I just got my Potomac Beads box for February, but I am recording this in your past because I will not be posting this until after the official reveal. I like to, when a company has an official reveal date for their bead box, I like to wait until after they do their thing before I start posting my videos. But you'll be seeing this after that. You'll have seen Allie and Anna open this if you watch their live. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. They usually do some designing with it, but I wanted to open this up, see what's in it, and get it organized in here because these are awesome boxes. I love the bead boxes that they send. I actually use them for a lot of things like storing art supplies, and I have a box for findings and one for thread, and I do I put things in them. I use them. I decorated one with some washi tape and used it as a gift box once, which they're really great because they've got this magnetic closure and they are well made, and it's worth keeping the box and using it for things. But because I have what the kids are calling neurospicy brain, if I leave my bead box contents in it, it will sit on a shelf and it will never get used, and then I'll feel guilty about having these beading materials and never using them, and just I can't deal with that. So if I put it in a box that is clear that I can see all my contents in, it makes it so much easier for me to do that. And ever since I started organizing into these boxes, my creativity has just exploded. I've been making things like every month with every single box that I get, and I love that because it makes me happy that I'm using the materials that I'm buying, that I'm having just the ability to do that, and it's really great. But this is the Potomac Beads Best Bead Box Treasure Edition. It is for a long time. I actually subscribed to the kit edition. It was the Best Bead Box XL because you got like 2 kits plus an extra project, and then they made 2 different versions. One is the treasure, which I'm going to be opening, and they have a kit edition, and the kits are not just bead weaving, which is kind of fun and kind of cool. Their kit edition now, they've got different beading disciplines now. You might have one where you're doing some wire working and some bead weaving and maybe some stringing. Maybe you're tying knots with leather. It's a whole thing where there's just a lot more things that you can learn from those kits and the kit boxes than when I first started, because like I learned most of my bead weaving stuff from doing Potomac Beads kits. Just they've got really clear directions. They're always an accompanying video, and the videos are always free as well. If you buy the beads, or if you've got the beads in stash, you can just watch their videos. They've got hundreds on their YouTube channel, so it's worth digging in there to find some of their projects, because they're very clear, they're easy to follow, and I learned a lot from them. But we're going to see what's in here because we're going to be doing some jewelry making with this box, and this box doesn't have it isn't a kit box. It has materials that you can use and use your own creativity to come up with your own things, and I love that about it because it's fun. It's a treasure box, and it gives you like a whole bunch of beads. And this is the February one, Everlasting Embrace. I am guessing that means it is a Valentine's box. Captivating versatile collection. It is the enchanting colors of love, adoration, and tenderness. It embodies the spirit of blossoming romance with check glass tulip hearts and the delicate contour of storm duos. Okay, so that is going to be our 2-hole bead. Includes element passions of red to delicate pink, dreamy violet, and regal purple. So we have pink, purple, and violet, all of that in here. And it gives you a little list of contents. And I started doing this thing where like I kind of fold over the edges so that it fits inside my lid. So I have this handy with my box after I do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold this over while I've got it here so that it'll fit great at the end of this. See, it folds over like that, and I'm going to get that into my box. And usually they send us a tool and a stringing material. I'm not seeing a stringing material in this one, but that's okay because there's a ton of beads, and we're going to get them in here. We do have a pen, and it looks like this pen has red ink, So we can make our own little valentines. That can come in handy, especially if you like to draw out your designs and you might be using 2 different colors of things. You might have one black pen and then you have a red pen, and you could like denote which beads are which different colors. That would be really useful for that. All right, let's get our contents out. Looks like we have labels on all of these actually, so I don't know that I need to go down the list for these. Oh, wait a minute, there aren't labels on the strands, so I will be referring to my list for my strands. But these all have labels, so we can just read the labels for those. Spread these out a bit. So we have quite a few findings. We've got ear wires, we've got some bales, and these are some pretty wide bales. I bet we could do some stretch bracelets and add little charms to that. I think we'll do that as one of our projects, because I still have some stretch cord from one of the previous boxes. Stretch cord that we got with that. And we can do some stretch bracelets with that and do some dangles. I think that's going to be a project. That's going to be part of it. All right. So then we've got some pearls. Oh, my hearts and stars. Got some of these. Oh, pretty, pretty flowers. Tulips. This is a very romantic box. Very romantic. I'm putting the box away for now. So we can go through and get these sorted in here. All right, let's read through these strands, see what we've got here, and then I will get them depotted or unstrung into their own little places. Okay, so it just calls these the check faceted rounds. These are fire polish beads, and they are 3mm. We've got one that is this clear, like almost light amethyst color. If I put some white behind it, you might be able to see the color a little bit better, like that. And then the other one is like jet with hot pink and silver splatters on it. That is a really, really fun bead. I'm going to leave these on their strands and stick both of them in the same section. That way I can unstring them as I use them. And they can kind of sit right there for that. And then we've got some 10mm. It just says check faceted rounds, and these are crystal color. They are clear and sparkly. You can see that. Let's get these open and get these unstrung into one of my compartments. It's nice to have like a whole bunch of different sizes of beads to be able to work with and to have a decent sized strand for that. And then it just says 8mm rounds. Doesn't say what color they are, but they are the same color as those fire polish beads. It's that very, very light, like smoky amethyst purple. It's very clear, very pretty. It's moody. I know we like having a color name when we do things, but it's not on the thing, so I'm telling you what it feels like to me. Alright, so those are the unlabeled ones. Everything else will have a label, and I'm just going to go ahead and read off the labels what they are. Now the list for this says it's gemstones, so it's entirely possible that you might have different gemstones in your box than I have in mine. This is Purple Crazy Lace Agate. It's 6mm beads. And I'm finishing up getting that last bead off the strand. Probably could have cut it and it would have been faster. But I think these are really pretty. And let's open them up, take a look at the actual beads, and then get them sorted. So take a look at that Crazy Lace Agate. It has all sorts of swirls on it. There's all sorts of different colors. These are a really fun addition. And it carries on with more of the purple themes within this box. And then we've got these check tulip beads. They are 11mm, and they have, looks like a light background, but then they've got this pink finish with a luster finish as well. I'm gonna stick these guys right there for these check glasses. I love shaped beads. Speaking of shaped beads, I want to get to these ones, these pink hearts. I don't have a size for these, but they feel like they're about maybe 5mm. And the hole on these goes from the middle of the heart down to the point. And they are just a really, really light, like not quite baby pink, but maybe a little more of like a dusty rose kind of pink. And then we've got our stars, and this is fuchsia, and it looks like it also has a bit of a luster finish on the outside of it. And these stars, the hole goes from one of the points down to in between 2 points. Let's better look at the color. And then we've got our check glass boho flower beads. These are 14mm boho flowers. They are jet with a blue, looks like almost a periwinkle blue wash. That's more of the violet end of our color spectrums. Then we've got some very red. These are 8mm check rounds, and they are ruby colored. It's very red. Now for our 2-hole beads, we have 2 different varieties of 2-hole beads. There are the Storm Duos. Just let me pull that out so you can see the shape and see where the holes are on that. They make that like cool S kind of a shape. The holes go through one of the concave sides to the rounded side on the other side, and then through on the same way. So there isn't really a right or wrong side, or a front or back, or an up or down for these, because the holes go the same direction either way. which makes them fairly versatile. The fact that there's no right or wrong and you don't have to worry about, am I going through the right hole or not? It's always the right hole, but you might just be going through, you might have to pay attention to which direction you're going through that hole. And then we have, looks like about 8 of the 2-hole Tila beads. You can actually see where the hole goes on these. They run parallel to the sides. I'm going to go ahead and just have these be here in this section, but I'm also going to add these quad bows, and these quad bows are like almost a C shape. They have 4 holes in them. The holes go through from the curvy side to the concave side. They go through like that. So these are beads that you could probably use in things like to form them into a circle or an ellipse, and then have it use those holes to connect it to things on the insides with some other beads, and doing a design like that with bead weaving. It's fun to have like different shapes of beads with our things. Then we've got some pearls, and these are the Potomac pearls. They are 6mm lavender pearls. I actually enjoy working with the Potomac pearls quite a bit. They are good quality pearls. I've never had the finish come off on them. They hold up really well, and they have a fantastic like glow to them. They are almost like having actual freshwater pearls, almost. They're just often more consistent in size and hole shape. You know. This is a very long strand of pearls, so we will be able to do quite a bit with this. I've already have ideas of like what we can do for bracelets, what we can do for some necklaces, maybe some earrings with all of these. I think this is really great. We'll probably be doing, maybe we'll make some focals for necklaces, because we don't have like a really major focal beads unless you count these. And these are some flower design ovals. They are 20 by 18mm, and it looks like it is kind of a crystal with a gold, like a sprayed on gold finish with these. And they are double-sided. I don't know if you can see the light coming behind them, like that. They're very, very focals. And then we've got some 8/0 seed beads. We've got a full tube of this. They are flame red AB. Let me get this open. Ooh, it is full to the top. I just want to spill these out on here so you can see the different colors that come with that and with these beads. Looks like they are lined beads. And they have such a cool luster finish on them. Like, it is pinky reds and oranges all up in here. They very, very much match with these a lot. I can see using the two of them in the same design pretty easily. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lay down this section so that I can fit my seed beads in here. And since most of the rest of these are findings, I can put them in there too, because I've got my ear wires that came in here. They are simple ball ear wires. This bag open. I am not going to open up the bag of wire guards because I'm just going to leave them in the bag for this, but they will lay pretty flat on here, so that's not going to be a big problem. But these are a whole bunch of wire guardians that we can use. They are 4.5 by 4 millimeters, and if you have never seen wire guardians, they are pretty great. I like to use them in bead weaving projects because, one, they give you kind of a nice finish on your stuff, but that also they protect your thread that you're using, your beading thread, from rubbing against your findings too much and fraying. So what happens is you go through one of these posts, and then there's this like channel. If you haven't seen wire guardians before, this is what they are. There's this channel that the thread can go through, and then you go back down through this other post, and it helps you have like the kind of loop that you can attach a jump ring to, or your closure, or hook two pieces together. And again, it'll help protect that thread from too much abrasion, and it works great for that, and really useful for earrings to have a place to attach your ear wire to. So this is a very useful thing to have in your box if you haven't already purchased them. But yeah, wire guardians are pretty useful for that. A lot of people will use them when they're doing beading. I generally don't, because the wires that I like to use will usually hold up pretty well, but some people like to use them too. And then again, we've got our Bales. They are 9 millimeter, and there are 5 of them in this pack. It looks like they are a teardrop shape for these, and these are just Bale beads. This size will fit really great on leather, so you can attach a focal to some leather cord and have yourself a pendant without having to add a lot of other things. But I'm going to be using these with some stretch bracelets, and that's one of the things that we'll do with this month's box. Is definitely some stretch bracelets. We've got a lot of cool beads that we can use for that. And then we've got these crystal navettes in setting. They are white opal, 7 by 15 millimeter. So that opal color is one that gives you that cloudy look on the inside. And there are 2 holes in this setting that go through the short side, one at the top, one at the bottom. We have 2 of those. I'm going to set these because they've got 2 holes in my little section here with some of my other multi-hole beads. And then I've got this over here, and this is all of the Potomac Beads February box, the Everlasting Embrace, for the treasure box. And you can see right here, you guys, check it out. That will fit perfectly right in there. So I'll have a little list of what's in it. Yeah, that was one of you guys had the idea to like just include the list in your box, and I don't know why I didn't do that before. It was just such a good idea for you guys to do that. But yep, there we go. Everlasting Grace Potomac Beads Treasure Edition. If you're not a subscriber, there will be a link in the description that you can follow, and you can go ahead and subscribe to this box. There's a lot of fun and cool things that you can do with this. There's ideas on the Potomac Beads YouTube channel, and I will be coming up with some projects with this myself and share them with you later. Thanks, guys. Hope you have a great day. Bye.